Hello, my name is Carson. I'm a A&P mechanic over at Air Center Helicopters. I had first was more interested in automobile maintenance, but to be fair, I also didn't know that there were aviation mechanics. I have some cousins up in Oklahoma, up in Tulsa, who work on GA planes, and they were like, hey, if you're graduating high school, you like working on cars, if you want to make some more money, you don't have to deal with the BS flag rates and everything, and you get to work on something a little bit cooler, working on planes, helicopters, etc. They're like, check out aviation. They're like, we would at least encourage you to check out a school. Reached out to John directly and was like, hey, heard you got an A&P school, XYZ, could we come check it out, take a tour? Fell in love with the program, fell in love with everything that was going on. I assumed every plane had a rocket engine behind it, but whenever I toured here, I realized that a lot of these GA planes, especially the ones behind me, all of these are all just piston airplanes, If you can work on a car, you can do more than work on an airplane, Tearing down an engine, doing inspections on them, installing engines on planes, and actually getting to do a couple of run-ups. One thing that I got to do was hop in an airplane and go out to the taxiway and go up to the run-up area, That's some pretty good experience that you get from a school on an airport. The instructors here and just the amount of wisdom and knowledge and experience that they have, John's not just hiring some scrub off the streets, he does his research, checks the background, makes sure that the instructors here actually have a background in aviation, that they have the experience, they have the knowledge to actually be able to come here and pour out and feed into these students. All of the knowledge and experience that they've gained throughout the years are just putting it right back into the youth and preparing them for a future in aviation. They're not going to come over here and treat you like a little kid, you're an adult. They're going to give you these resources, they're going to give you the tools, and it's kind of up to you whether you want to take this free guidance and wisdom that they're giving you and whether you're actually going to apply it or not. Like I said, I didn't apply it at first, but as soon as I started doing that and I started meeting with John and saying, hey, what do I need to do to actually land a job? As soon as I started applying those tools, I had more job offers by the day. It's a huge thing that they fed into me here, and that I'd still get job offers all over the US. I will say the first couple of months of me being here, it was a little bit of a learning curve, kind of transitioning into what that is like, of course, but I will say it was all for the better and all for the benefit, because it helped me. Now, I wake up early, I go to a job, and it's the same expectation, it's the same reality. Some of the sheet metal projects that we did, learning how to shoot rivets, that's a very important thing that you're doing, especially if you're doing it on the body of an aircraft, there's not a lot of room for error. These are airworthy aircrafts, someone's life is gonna be inside of these, if this thing goes down, a little bit of that reality to it, They have an assortment of sheet metal machines here and tools to use. And so whenever I actually did get into the workforce, it was cool that I thought, okay, these machines here that we have, they probably have like more industrial machines at work in an actual job setting, they're the same exact machines. So I actually, my lead was like, hey, do you know how to use this? I was like, yeah, I use this in A&P school. I know how to use this. Getting paid to do something that doesn't even feel like work, just get to go out there, have fun, get to work with my hands, it's just all around it. It's something that's so cool that I feel like people in a desk job don't get to experience. A lot of people go to college and they get a degree and they're like, oh, I'm gonna make so much money doing this, but they don't really like what they're doing, so it's cool that I get to go to work every day and be like, man, I'm really getting paid to just do something I love. It never feels like work. If I wanted to move to a new state tomorrow, I'd have a job within the week, So it's cool that I have that bit of flexibility to kind of do what I want in life. There's a big contracting side in aviation that some people don't know about, of overseas contracting. I'm hoping one day to be able to go overseas. I hear a lot of stories from guys in the industry. Then whenever I'm ready to settle down, kind of chill in life, probably do something chill like medical helicopters, they do a 1 week on, 1 week off schedules. Patience is a big thing. I was talking about earlier, it's a huge thing, you're not gonna make it very far if if the first sign of trouble, you kind of blow up, you have a hot head, So patience, perseverance. Another big thing is read the manual, A lot of people get through school, and John and the instructors here, they pushed her whenever I was here, and you never really get it in your head of like, okay, well, all these stuff that I'm doing on these aircraft, it's all very well outlined in the manuals, So one of the things that one of the guys that I work with will tell me is RTFM. If I have a question to him, then I'm like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do this? What do I do for this? He'll be like, RTFM, read the effing manual, Study, because you don't Obviously, some of these things that you're studying right now and you're learning right now, you don't see the fruits of it, you don't see where this is going. But as soon as you get out into the field, all this knowledge that you now have ingrained in your head, you can go out and you can apply it. You can actually like, oh, I learned about like this type of corrosion, but I've never really seen it in the hangar. But now you're out in the field, you're working, you actually put a name to the stuff that you're doing. A really good resource is an app on your phone, $10. It's called Prepware. You can be anywhere at any time and study through all the written questions that you're gonna get, all the O&P questions at the touch of your finger, because this is an accelerated program. So you're gonna get a lot of knowledge and you're gonna learn a lot of stuff while you're here. But one of the upsides and downsides of that, you can take it how you want it, is that you do have to do some studying outside of it, or you're not going to do as well once it comes time to take those tests. I always tell people, make a LinkedIn, start branding yourself, start just every time you do a project. Say you go through, you just finished generals. Maybe make a little post of some pictures you took along the way, all the stuff that you learned. Because it shows recruiters that you're actively engaged, you're actively learning. I love it too much. I haven't lost that joy for it yet. And some of the guys that I work with, they've been working at the company for 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and they've worked many places before, and they still, the thing that makes me hopeful and that gives me joy is that they haven't lost their passion for it or their faith in it, and so it gives me hope for the future. Like, these guys are, some of these guys are 30, some of these guys are 40, some of them are 50, and they still love what they do. They still come in with a smile on their face every day, So it makes me hopeful for my future. So, and I can say in 10 months of working so far, I've never had one of those days where I'm like, oh, I wish I wasn't here right now. Every day is just an opportunity to learn and grow and just gain a little bit more knowledge and experience.